All right, today we're going to look at how a piece of tech you literally carry around every day is shaking up a skilled trade, one that really hasn't changed in, well, forever.
I mean, really think about it for a second. How do you actually master a hands-on skill? Whether you're trying to cook the perfect steak, learn guitar, or even just fix a leaky faucet. How do you go from being, well, pretty bad at it to being a pro? It's a question for all of us. And today, we're going to dive into a pretty amazing new answer.
And to see this whole thing in action, we're going to look at an industry you probably wouldn't expect: professional window cleaning. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a real craft, but for the longest time, the way people learned how to do it, it was just stuck in the past.
For decades, learning to clean windows basically meant one thing: a whole lot of frustrating trial and error. You'd watch an expert, they'd make it look easy, and then you'd try it, and, you'd leave streaks everywhere, make a total mess. It was just this slow, painful process of repetition. And all that frustration, that was just considered, paying your dues.
And this is where the difference is just night and day. The old way, super rigid. You're stuck in a classroom, you got to show up at a specific time, and the feedback you get can be kind of subjective. But this new AR approach, it just flips the whole script. You're learning on-site in the real world. You can do it anytime, anywhere. And the best part? The feedback is totally objective, totally consistent, and it's all right there on the phone you already own.
So what's the big game changer here? What's the thing that's finally dragging this kind of training into the 21st century? Well, the answer is a technology you've probably heard of called augmented reality, or AR.
Now, if you're not totally sure what AR is, don't worry. The concept is actually pretty simple. You just take your phone, point its camera at the world in front of you, and boom, the tech overlays digital stuff right on top of your view. It could be instructions, arrows, or even a 3D model that you can walk around and look at. It's like a digital ghost in the real world.
And this is where a company called Orloffs comes in. Get this, they've built the world's first AR training tool specifically for professional window cleaning. It's designed from the ground up to tackle every single one of those old-school training headaches we were just talking about.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? How can a simple phone app possibly replace a real live instructor? It's a fair question. Let's break it down. So, the whole system is built around helping you master the 3 fundamental squeegee techniques. These are the absolute core skills every single pro has to know. It's a really structured path, taking you from the basic side-to-side stuff to the top-to-bottom moves, and then all the way up to advanced stuff like the J-turn, which is how you get those tricky corners absolutely perfect.
It's basically like having a personal digital instructor in your pocket. You can overlay this perfect 3D model onto any window in front of you. Too big? Just pinch to resize it. Need to see the angle better? Just rotate the model with your finger. And if you're stuck on a really tough part, like a corner, you can just loop that one specific movement over and over and over again until it's pure muscle memory. It's this perfect, endless practice session, ready to go whenever you are.
But look, cool technology is one thing. What really makes this special is the human expertise that's baked right into it. This isn't just some flashy app made by coders. No, this is the result of decades of actual real-world experience.
25 years. Just let that sink in. That's how long the founder, Justin Orloff, has been cleaning windows professionally. A full quarter-century of hands-on work. And all that hard-won knowledge, it's been poured directly into this tool.
And that's the absolute key here. This isn't some textbook theory. The founder himself calls it practical wisdom. Every single move, every single technique you learn in the app, it comes from the real-world challenge of cleaning thousands upon thousands of windows, from massive skyscrapers to regular homes. It's all been boiled down and put right into your hand. And you can really see this dedication throughout his entire career. He started way back in 1999 in Melbourne, Australia, and now he's running a successful business over in Vienna, Austria. So this AR tool, it wasn't just some random idea he had. It came from decades of being in the trenches and seeing firsthand that there had to be a better way to train people.
All right, so let's pull back for a second. What does all of this actually mean for the future? What's the real impact when you start teaching a skilled trade in a completely new way like this?
Well, when you add it all up, the benefits are just crystal clear. First, it makes learning way more accessible, right? No more being tied to a classroom schedule. Second, it's incredibly efficient. It just slashes the time it takes to get good. But I think the most important thing is that it leads to real mastery, because it helps you build that precise muscle memory with perfect practice every single time.
You see, the big picture here,
It's not really just about clean windows. This kind of technology finally bridges that huge gap between theory and practice. You know, the gap between watching someone do something and actually doing it yourself. That instant feedback loop, wow, it has the power to completely change how we learn pretty much any hands-on skill you can think of.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. I mean, if you can learn a precise physical craft like window cleaning using AR, what else is possible? Just imagine it. Plumbing, electrical work. Heck, what about training surgeons or even teaching someone to paint? What other jobs could be totally transformed by this? It really makes you wonder. The future is definitely clear, and it looks like it's going to be augmented.